Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the first real episode of my second season. There it is, second season of Good Evening from Korea. So, just as the first season, it's just update videos, saying hi to you guys, making sure you have some kind of, communication with me at least available for the day. I'm terrible at communicating because don't look at this. Don't look at the game controller. That's not why. Shoot, no, I actually lost my train of thought. I'm terrible at communicating with people, so that is what this is for. If you've just randomly stumbled upon this, hello, I don't know who you are. But welcome. It's just going to be me talking at you for a little bit. And maybe sometimes, if you're lucky, I'll edit something. Unlikely. No, I probably will lightly edit this one. I think for this season, I'm going to be doing a bit more editing. I'm recording this at 6:47 instead of the 9 p.m. that I'm normally recording this. So I will actually have time to do things to it, like cut out a couple of the extra audio channels so it's a tiny bit better. It's still not perfect, but the acoustics of this room are not great. So, oh well. Put up some graphics and stuff like that. Some pictures if I have anything of what I was doing today. I'll put those up as well. So, yeah. I wanted to try to make this a bit more interesting, like having a running thing where maybe I recommend a movie or a song or something like that. But that's very unlikely. So I'm probably just going to try to sprinkle those in more, but not have it be like a solid set thing. So today started off pretty good. Woke up before my alarm, but had like this really good, I can't remember my dreams, but I had like that in-between dreaming thing where you're like, I know I'm dreaming. Let's continue the storyline here. Because my dreams, from what I do remember, which is rare, they're super weird. Like they just go off on a billion different trails. Most of them are just completely off the walls. I sold a squid to a man for $3, which turned out to be $3 that were tickets to get onto a game show, but the game show isn't a game show, it's an apocalypse. But all of the zombies only have 1 foot. It's just kind of like, cool. Guess that's how I'll start my day. And of course, within like 10 seconds, it's gone. Isn't that just the worst? You wake up and you're having like a really good dream. But like you can tell, like your brain is like, you're having a really good dream. And then you're like, what is the dream, brain? And your brain's like, no idea. It's just the worst. Hate that. But that's kind of what happened today. I don't know. Today it started me off on a good way though. So, long story short, woke up well. I slept okay. I'm still super tired by 6 o'clock, but oh well. I was contacted by my captain, who was like, hey, we're filming today. And I was like, yes, I do know we're filming today. I already have my uniform on and everything ready to go. I did not know when we were filming. Apparently, when we were filming was like 9:45. And I left the building at probably about 9:35. Because he said, like, hey, be here 9:45. I was like, all right. I called the taxi. Taxi didn't come. It's like, this is strange. Now, it was a bit snowy today. It was a little bit snowy, maybe 2 inches, something like that, in the unswept, unmonitored, I'll say that, in the unmonitored area. But really not that bad. But turns out it was a Korean holiday today, so most of the taxis were gone. So that was cool. It resulted in me not getting a ride. Luckily, my sergeant texted me and said, hey, I just happened to be in the TMP, which, for those of you who may not know, is our government-owned vehicle that we are allowed to drive back and forth to work. He said, hey, I just happened to be in the TMP. I can give you a ride to the office. I was like, perfect. I ended up getting to the office, getting my stuff together, and we left the office to go shoot at 10 o'clock instead of 9:45 like we should have, and that was my fault. Anyway, got there. We went to the United Nations Command. Gonna go with that. I'm really, really bad with names, and acronyms of names are even worse. I know it's UNC, but I'm so bad at remembering what it is. We went there to film with a super helpful major in the Australian Army. He's just absolutely fantastic to work with. He's great at letting us film what we need to film for our little project we're doing for him. So we went around, filmed a bunch of different things. I ended up retaping, I guess would be the right words, a narration I'm doing for a product for them. Just, some random spots, bits here and there, photos, videos, and audio. That's what I do on a daily basis. Well, not on a daily basis, but that's what I do at work. Got some stuff done is essentially what I'm trying to say. I need to get back into the swing of things. Coming out of that quarantine and coming into basically another quarantine means that I'm not speaking to people almost at all. So my throat is already tired at 7 minutes of recording, which admittedly is a lot, but also admittedly it's mostly garbage. So we'll see how that goes. Anyway, so I did get to do some work today. That was cool. I hung out after work a little bit just to talk to my sergeant first class, just because, I don't know. I was saying like, hey, how was your weekend? Yada yada. He's like, hey, how you doing? And I was like, oh well, I don't know, could be better. Yada yada. And we talked for that for maybe 10 minutes, and then we just talked about whatever else we could find to talk about for, maybe an hour. I'm not sure. I wasn't really checking the clock. It was nice because, like I said, haven't been talking to people much, and it was nice to talk to him because I don't really talk to my superiors at all. I kind of just see it as a respect thing to leave them to their own, let them have their own time because they work hard. They work really, really hard to keep things moving around the office, and I just kind of respect their free time by not really talking to them. So getting that chance to kind of converse, it was nice. It's good to talk to somebody as well. Got back. We had a class on cold weather preparation, like kind of what to do if you're cold, how to use your sleeping bag properly in a cold environment, etc., etc. Beforehand, I reheated some sloppy joes, which is beef and like a sauce mix on bread. It's a sandwich. You know what a sloppy joe is. Here, a photo. Bam. Now I'll have to edit it in, and I'm gonna get really annoyed because I'm gonna have to make the photo smaller because my finger's all the way up here. You know what? Bam. There you go. Now it's a little bigger. Now you can see that nasty sandwich. Why did I think this would be a good idea? That's such a gross photo. Why would I show that? Get that off the screen. Get out of here. Sprite. Preheated some sloppy joes and just made a giant sandwich of it because I had like 1.5 sandwiches left of it, and I was like, sure, I'll just eat it all. So I did just this giant beef sandwich, and I hadn't eaten anything since about 6:30 a.m. and it was 4 o'clock by then. So that's 9.5 hours of not eating anything and then just beef sandwich. So for the whole of the conversation we were having about cold weather preparation, number one, my room was nearest. I should note that. I don't know why I said number one. My room was nearest to where we were conducting this. So according to everyone else, it smelled like beef. And I was just kind of standing there like, cold weather. Like trying not to like throw up because my stomach is like, because I was standing like this, hands across the stomach a little bit, just kind of, and that pressure of just hands on the gut was like killing me. So I had to like find other ways to kind of stand with my arms, and it wasn't really working. It was not a good time. It's not a good time. But after that, came in, sat down, I had some food. Oh right, I had ghetto cookies, which is graham crackers, peanut butter, and chocolate chips. I don't know. I think I've explained that in a previous video, but it's been a while. I used to make those all the time for snacks back home when we didn't have like desserts or anything, because we always had peanut butter. There's a good chance we'd have graham crackers, and we always had chocolate chips for when my sisters made actual cookies. So That was my fancy snack when I was back at home, was ghetto cookies, and I still eat them now. I'm sure my mom would get a kick out of that once this video airs. But had some of those, played some GTA, and then started recording this. I really haven't done all that much today, but it kept me busy. Like, the things that I was doing took a good chunk of time each thing I did. So it was good. It was productive. I will be able to sleep well tonight. Heck, I could probably sleep well right now. We're at 11 minutes. I can go a couple minutes more maybe. I don't want to make it too bad on myself to edit, because I want to be able to get this out by maybe 7:45. Go to bed really early today. What can I talk about? I missed you guys. And depending on who's watching this, hopefully you missed me too. If you have no idea who I am, like and subscribe. You ended up here somehow, so I must be making content that you... Well, let me... All right, room tour. I'm holding this light in place with a paper clip, and the string that was on the lamp, I took off most of the string off the lamp, which is a video playing right now, and it's crinkling. But for right now, it's going to probably be fine. I don't trust that lamp. I don't. I just don't. I do not trust it one bit. Anyway, not to interrupt myself, but to interrupt myself, I'm going to end the video here because it's not very interesting so far. I hope that in the future, I will be watching a movie I bought a while back, Clint Eastwood's Gran Torino. Great movie. I hope to make some gingerbread, which is, I mean, that's been on the back burner for a while, but I have all the ingredients for it now. So I can do that at some point. And I hope to see you in the next video. Whatever time it may be for you in this crazy, weird world of ours, whether it be a good morning, a good afternoon, a good evening, or a good night, whatever it is out there for you, I do sincerely hope it is good. Thank you for watching all the way to the end. I'm gonna cut so much of this out. Thank you for watching all the way to the end. This has been Overlord Pop-Tart, a man with a name he will always regret. And I'll see you in the next one. Stay frosty.